and welcome to the first video in a long time on this channel. Today I want to test out how life would be like if you were dressed as Santa the entire time. When I was in kindergarten, my kindergarten teachers told me that Santa works 1 month of the year and then he sleeps for 11. And he specifically slept in our drying cabinet in the kindergarten that we used to dry our snowsuits. And if we were to open the drying cabinet, he would simply be too exhausted to make our Christmas presents. Very effective marketing. But now as an adult, I suspect that while he is probably quite spent after his very busy December, I would assume he has at least a couple of months a year of just normal, boring, everyday life. And I want to test how it is to be good old Santa. How is life in the Cape? Let's find out. I commented to the bedroom to live out my new aesthetic Christmas core, only to realize that my Santa pants only reached my knees. I am not sure if Santa just fully embraced high boots or what is happening, but I was embracing training pants because it is -degrees outside. And in the end I had a little be your own hype man party just to find the courage to actually go outside. Being a non-fantastical creature, eating is quite a bit of my daily routine, so I thought I should probably go pick up some groceries in order to actually have something to eat. But, however, right now I am hiding, because I suddenly got overwhelmed by self-awareness about going to pick up groceries in Santa. And this did not get better when right before I recorded this, I did a dramatic reenactment of me waving at passerbys, because I have done this quite a few times today already, and then not realizing that I did this directly to a man in a car, again and again and again, so that was terrific! While my accidentally very public dramatic reenactment of me waving had me seriously considering just burying myself alive, I could get used to the level of popularity I experienced as Santa. So many children shouted when they saw me in pure excitement. And that is something I experience very rarely on a daily basis. Mostly people just shout because they are drunk or because I dropped something. So that was quite nice. On a scale from no way to super duper likely, Santa going grocery shopping seems pretty likely in my book. And as a plus, I heard quite a few people complaining about being cold. I was not cold, not even in the slightest. Shopping all done. Someone in there actually said, "Oh my god, I think I just saw Santa." And I was like, I think my logic is kind of like, if I don't look them directly into the eyes, they will somehow not see me. I will be invisible, and this will not be embarrassing until I get home and cannot sleep at night for the next 15 years. Also, when I filmed the last clip, I was over there by all those white bags. I think they have bricks in or something. I thought that would be a pretty good hiding private spot, but someone came over to me just to say the sole word hi. So I had to stop my recording and answer hi and then do it all over again, which is kind of hardcore for my level of self-awareness, but I manage. Another super awkward angle. I am sat directly on the ground, but my amazing Santa pants is preventing too much rain and sewage to go up my bumhole, so I am very thankful for my attire as of now. Will I be in about 5 minutes? Time will tell. I am about to go into the training center as a part of my daily routine usually involves a workout. Often I would do this from home, but I thought it is just too obvious to not do a sled pull and push. I know Santa would usually have his reindeer do his bidding in this area, but he probably should take over just once in a while, shouldn't he? Right now I am just sat in the dressing area of the gym. Someone else is using the sled track. People, for some reason, like to do yoga on this, although there is a designated mat area right next to it. And usually I already find it kind of awkward to say to people, hey, can you do yoga somewhere else so I can be sledding? But when I am dressed in Santa, the awkwardness goes up like at least 10%. So now I am just peeping quite often to see if they go away, and then I can do my thing. Working out in Santa attire truly took the joy out of Christmas. I was a walking, or rather sledding, pool of sweat. So I only did one round of sled and then just copy-pasted the clip multiple times for my vanity's sake here in the video. From the before-mentioned scale of not likely at all to super-duper likely, I really do not think that Santa worked out in his gear. But considering his quite admirable level of agility with all those chimneys, he probably just has some kind of tracksuit with which I definitely should also have opted for wearing. I don't know if this is noticeable, but the beard is making it very hard to speak, and I am sort of getting nasally from it and also gaining an accent. What is that? But I am home again, and I thought, since this is my daily, mundane, normal routine, it actually comes in kind of handy that I very much have to pee now. I thought you would assume that Santa also have to go every once in a while. I personally imagine him to be very constipated for quite a lot of the time. Depending on which mythology you follow, he either eats, I guess, cookies and milk or only rice pudding, and that doesn't sound like a high enough fiber content. But he should still pee, right? So let's see how it is. Solely based on probability, I would say, yeah, I bet Santa pees even when he is in full costume. But I also wouldn't be very surprised if he wore adult diapers, because all the layers kind of got annoying. Doing admin in the red or faking it and just looking at pictures of Santa, which is what I was doing, is very nice and toasty, so it will get a good placement on the likely scale. Doing chores, however, will not. Okay, this being the everyday routine, I also have to do chores because unfortunately, I do not live in a world where chores fairies are a thing, and if they are, I have not gotten the pamphlet in the post, and I would very much like to receive that. So I thought I would test out emptying and filling the dishwasher! Woohoo! What crazy content! Okay, so change of plans. I am going to be about 44% emptying the dishwasher and then filling it 0%, as I simply have to get out of this beard very, very soon. The level of liquid build-up is reaching a peak at which I will not be able to not yell anymore, so I should probably go ahead with my day. I have scored the likeliness of Santa doing chores in the middle of the chart. Clearly he does not do them in full costume. If he does, he's just more okay with suffering than I am. But I hope this is just a reflection of him having found some other attire to do his chores in. I originally planned to eat breakfast in full Santa on camera, But I woke up super hungry, and it was Scandinavian December outside, aka very, very dark and not very ideal filming conditions. So I thought, okay, I will just have a light morning snack. And now I will have a very almond mom snack of just a glass of water, because this beard is making me produce so much snot and so much phlegm, which I do not suspect would be an adequate topping for anything. And this also seems like enough of a challenge to even do, so I don't imagine that could have looked very charming, but I think it felt worse than it looked. I have put the probability of Santa participating in eating very high. It's one of the very few things we consistently hear about him, sort of have heard of his personality. And I suspect that if your beard is natural to your body and not made out of allergy-inducing polyester, you would probably also have a better time doing it. So to round up with kind of a cost-benefit analysis, I can say it is truly terribly nice to be waved at of every kindergartner that will pass you in the street. And in the future, I definitely also would enjoy how this attire would benefit my spontaneous naps. But on the heavier con side, I can attest to my face producing liquids I didn't even knew existed, and also to everything being scratchy, even 5 hours after taking the costume off. So decide for yourself. Happy Christmas, and please subscribe to the channel.